हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्य पिहितं मुखम्
तत्त्वं पूषन्नपावृणु
सत्यधर्माय दिष्टये सत्यधर्माय दिष्टये सत्यधर्माय दिष्टये हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्य पिहितं मुखम् तत्त्वं पूषन् अपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये मनःशुद्धिकराणीह साधनानि वदन्तिह यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव जपस्तीर्थं व्रतस्तथा
Great men have shown several ways for the purification of the mind, such as puja, seva, dan, jap, tirth and vrat, etc. The saga of Pundalik, who was granted a boon by Lord Hari Vitthal, is indeed unique. Pundalik, a devotee of Lord Vithoba of Pandharpur. Pundalik, the obedient son of Janudev and Satyavati. He lived with his parents at a place called Dandarvan. Janudev and Satyavati got Pundalik married with great enthusiasm.
Daughter-in-law, overturn this mortar with your right foot. Child, all I have realized is that there is no greater actor than a woman. Even when she is sad, she has to pretend to be happy. Sometimes in front of her father, sometimes in front of her husband, sometimes in front of her son, or sometimes in front of her family. So, is it not said that a woman has to obey her father in her childhood, her husband after her marriage, and finally her son in her old age? Perhaps it is not quite true. My experience says that a woman is a man's strength. That's why she is worshipped as Shakti. It is up to you now to become either Pundalik's strength or his weakness. We raised him and we molded him as much as we could. Now we entrust him to you. Whatever a man becomes, it is the woman who molds the man's life. All we wish is that you both remain happy.
Ram Ram Janudev,
Jai Ram Ji ki.
back from your priestly duties.
Yes, I had gone to visit a Yajman in the nearby village. That's where I am returning from.
Now let Pundalik perform the priestly duties. It is time for you to retire now.
Let me just have a grandson. Then I'll retire and Pundalik will become the priest.
That's right.
Well, I carry on. Jai Ram Ji ki.
Jai Ram Ji ki.
Satyavati? Oh, Satyavati! Satyavati?
So, how was your trip?
It was good. This time I have received good offerings too. The patron gave me a fish made of gold.
This is really very good. It is the daughter-in-law's good fortune.
Where is our daughter-in-law?
With her parents.
And Pundalik?
He has gone with her.
Pundalik? Visiting your wife's parents with her so often is not good.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Visiting one's in-laws too often reduces their respect for you.
I don't find it so.
It's also not good for the daughter-in-law to stay at her parents' home for months.
She has left her family and come, Father. It is bound to take time for her to feel at home here.
I understand. I do not object at all to her visiting her parents. But son, your mother needs help now. And I too wish that you both take over the management of the house.
Father, the house is managed well enough.
Son, I am tired now. And so is your mother.
Father, why don't you say frankly that you want a maidservant for the house?
Pundalik, am I a maidservant here?
Pundalik, I want you to take over priestly duties during my lifetime itself. What is the guarantee of our lives?
Father, I don't want to become a priest.
What are you saying? We have the duties of a priest in 5 villages.
Mother, I don't wish to go around collecting flour, lentils, ghee.
What are you trying to say? Priesthood doesn't just mean collecting flour, lentils, rice and ghee. Puro sthitva hitam karoti. A priest serves the whole society. A priest is the one who leads the whole society. Your grandfather was a priest. Your father is a priest. If you don't become a priest, what do you wish to do?
My father-in-law said that I might get a job at Kolhapur's royal court, so...
Abandoning priestly duties, he will take up a job?
You better become a farmer then, son. As the saying goes, farming is the best, business is medium, and a job is the worst.
Pundalik, do whatever you want to do. But now get this straight from me. The day you leave this home, that day onwards, there will be no place for you in this family. Pundalik! Pundalik! Pundalik!
Yes, Father.
Whose horse is this?
Mine, Father.
Yours?
Yes, Father.
How could you buy it without my permission?
I have not bought it, Father.
Then how did you get this horse?
My father-in-law gifted it to me so that his daughter does not have to walk.
You go right now and return this horse to him.
Why, Father?
If the daughter-in-law has so much trouble walking, she should make fewer trips to her parents' home. And if you are that concerned about her troubles, then buy a horse from your earnings.
Father, what is the issue with you? I noticed that since I got married, you keep on finding some excuse to quarrel.
This is your misconception. I just want you to become self-reliant. पराधीन सपने हु सुख नाही. One who is dependent can never be happy even in his dreams. Now it is up to you.
पुंडलीक वरदा हरि विठ्ठल.
So the quarrels increased, sometimes between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, while sometimes between father and son. And one day Janudev called his son and said,
What is it, father?
Pundalik, a group from our village is going on a pilgrimage to Kashi. Your mother and I too have decided to join them over there. Now you both manage the house for a few months.
We too shall go to Kashi.
Why?
Their life is unpredictable. What if they die on the way?
So?
Who will perform the final rites? And your ma? Has she given her ornaments to you?
No.
They will die, but will not let us know where they've hidden them.
Why would you want the ornaments?
Fine, then let them squander those away at Kashi.
But how will you be able to walk such a long distance?
Why? For what purpose my father gave me a horse?
and viewers, Pundlik took his wife along and set out for Kashi along with his parents and the villagers. Satyavati and Janudev would walk on foot, but Pundlik's wife would ride the horse. Seeing this, people used to snigger. But who can reason with someone who does not wish to face the truth? Satyavati and Janudev would blame their fate. One day, thus, they reached Kukutswami's monastery on the banks of the river Bhima.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. May Kukut Swami prosper, that he urged us to spend 2 days here. All my weariness has disappeared after bathing in the Bhima river. You too bathe in it if you wish to. The ashram is providing the meals too. Well, we will be able to relax for 2 days at least. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Pundalik was stunned to see the 3 women there. The next morning too, Pundalik saw the same sight, that the 3 women came in wearing soiled clothes and later came out of Kukut Swami's room in clean attire.
Please listen.
Yes,
Please tell me, who are you?
I am Ganga. She is Yamuna and she is Saraswati. People wash away their sins in us. But due to those sins, our clothes too get soiled. So we come to the homes of such great saints to change our clothes.
And your sins too have soiled our clothes.
My sins?
Yes, the one who torments his parents is the greatest sinner of all. What is the matter?
We are going back home.
Why?
There's no sense to go on a pilgrimage.
Meaning?
I do not wish to pollute the river waters. Father and mother won't go either.
Just one incident changed the course of Pundlik's life. After coaxing and convincing his parents, Pundlik brought them back home. Now he was an obedient son who served his parents.
Pundlik,
Who is it?
I need your help, Pundlik.
I don't have time at the moment. Come in the morning.
This is important, Pundlik.
What I am doing is even more important than your work.
Pundlik, I am Krishna. Please listen to me at least once.
Whosoever you may be, if you can wait here for a while, then please do so.
Will you not offer me a seat?
Take it. Here is your seat. Sit if you wish to, or remain standing.
विठ्ठल 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 हरि ओम विठ्ठल 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 हरि ओम विठ्ठल 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 हरि ओम विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
I am waiting for you, Pundlik.
विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल
The spot where Krishna stood on the brick, the temple of Vithoba, the form of Lord Vishnu standing on a brick, was eventually constructed there. What is the essence of this story? Is it that parents take priority over God? Or is it that God or Brahma can be realized through service or any other means as well? The one who serves the world, its creatures and one's parents as worship of God, the Lord ever remains available to them. Due to Pundlik's dedicated sadhana in the form of seva, his heart became so pure that he realized God effortlessly.
You're absolutely right. Seva too is Bahirang Sadhana.
Bahirang sadhana? What's that?
That is, spiritual disciplines for purification of the mind are called Bahirang Sadhana, such as Yagya, Dan, Seva, Jap, Tap, Tirth, Vichar, etc.
So must we perform yajna daily?
No, the meaning of Yagya is to worship God. If we fulfill our duties, considering them as worship to God, that itself is Yagya. For the welfare of an individual or society, the worship of God performed through offerings to fire is called Yagya. It is also called Havan or Hom. Its performance as daily routine is called Samidha Dan or Agnihotra. Actually, sacrificing one's ego in the flames of God realization and thus destroying ignorance is the ultimate aim of Yagya.
This means work itself is worship. So then, why does one worship God in a particular form?
Considering the idol of one's chosen deity to be the Lord itself and adoring it as such is worship. Just as the cloth of a flag, its color and its design are the symbol of a country's idols, in the same way idol is a symbol of God. That is why idol worship is also known as Pratikopasana. It purifies the mind.
And Dan?
Service rendered to a deprived person with love and respect, considering him to be Lord Narayan, is called charity. That too should not be for reward or recognition. The mind gets purified only if it is rendered selflessly.
But if someone has nothing to give, what can he give?
Sutradhar, charity is not related to money. Sharing one's time, services, knowledge, that too is charity. Encouraging someone with kind words is charity too.
Then, what about Tap, Jap, Tirth, Vrat and Vichar?
Striving hard physically or mentally to achieve a great goal is known as tapas. Tapas is the concentration of the mind and senses. Manashascha indriyanam ekagriyam paramam tapah. The meaning of jap is constantly repeating a particular mantra. Constantly remembering God's name is called Naam Smaran. Worship in the form of jap and Naam Smaran is prevalent in all religions.
And Tirth?
Visiting a sacred place. At that place, beholding and worshipping God, bathing, charity, and spending time with wise people is pilgrimage.
What about Vrat or Upvas?
Sutradhar, Vrat and Upvas are different things. Vrat means solemn promise, like the vow of silence.
What is Vrat, Nati?
It helps to keep the obstinate and impertinent mind disciplined. Only with the help of Vrat does the fickle mind acquire spiritual depth.
And what is Upvas?
Giving up or restricting intake of food or drink for a fixed period and contemplating upon God is real fasting.
Then what is Upasna, Nati? Like Shiv Upasna, Vishnu Upasna and Guru Upasna?
Upa means near and Vas or Asan means to sit. Sitting near lofty idols or God is called Upavas or Upasna.
So finally, please tell us about vichar or contemplation.
Likes and dislikes, desires, anger, agitation, acute ambition, envy, etc. prevent a person from progressing on the spiritual path. Contemplation helps solve all these problems.
This means Bahirang sadhanas are the practical and disciplined methods of purifying the mind which is full of vasanas.
यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम्.
Yajna, Dan and Vrat should not be given up. In fact, they should be done constantly by everyone. Yajna, Dan and Vrat purify the minds of even intellectuals.